right, listen. I wanted to. So can you close that? I wanted to talk to you guys, and this is like a. Like, I don't know, that movie, like, this is like a safe space. Like, literally, I want you to say anything that you possibly want or anything that's on your mind. God knows Tina's going to. Right? So, I want to hear kind of, like, miserable things. Like, bad things. Like, what makes it miserable over there? Right? Not, or like, what, no, listen. We have call-off issues, okay, right now. Right? So, like, today, there's, like...
Too many.
A lot.
Too many.
Okay? So, obviously, I think that it's not that you guys, people are bad people. I don't think that people are just, like, you know what, I mean, maybe some of them are like, I don't feel like coming today. But, obviously, I think that there's something, because we've been trending a little bit back towards that way. We were so good for so long, and now we're kind of trending back that way. So, all I want to know is if you guys are okay, if it's... What don't you like? What do you like? Like, literally, we used to do this all the time. I haven't done this in forever. We've done it with the supervisors. But, again, what are some things that you guys, first of all, so, like, what kind of don't you like? I don't really want to, we're going to talk about positive things, too. But let's start with the negative, right? So, what things don't you like? What things would you like to see change? What things, like, if it's like, Tom, these seats are terrible. This headset stinks. Like, this... Anything that you guys want to talk about, I really want to hear it, because we really want to make this better. We want to make this better for you guys. You know, we've tried to do a lot of things, even with the pay rate and with the like DeMario's killing this attendance streak, right? The multiplier, just killing it, right? So, again, it's very difficult for us, and again, I'm going to shut up here, but it's very difficult for us to just give a blanket, everybody's going to go to $14 an hour, right? Because when we have days like this, right, where our hours are like this, like I get killed. Like, we get killed. So, all I want to do today is understand, and I asked for the leaders in the rooms, by the way. Like, they didn't just send, like, random people. I said, Jackie and you guys, who are the leaders in the rooms, and who I think we can get, like, a really cool opinion on, and you guys have been here for a long time, you kind of get what we do.
In regards to leader, doesn't mean you have to have a title. You're strong, people like you, people look up to you. Leaders. Okay.
So, having said that, I'm going to try not to say anything else, and I just want, literally, you guys to, like, pretend, I'm not saying pretend we're not here, because I want to be part of this conversation too, but, like, if you guys were sitting here, and, like, you guys are sitting at that table out there, like, eating lunch, right? Like, I'm not saying all of it.
Talk like you guys aren't here.
But yeah, but, like, just, like, literally I'd like to have a conversation. Not, like, raise your hand and... So who wants to kind of start?
Yeah, kind of like...
Tina, go ahead.
Go ahead, Tina, you're in
Start
trouble.
kind of like where you left off.
All right, Damara, go ahead.
Where you said I was killing the streak, but before that, you know, I was one of the ones that called off a lot. You know, with the pay rate, it does make it a lot better. Motivation, I would say.
I guess.
That's for you. That motivates you, but we're here because it doesn't motivate everybody.
Great question. So, I was super excited when we did it, and we literally saw like a 30% bump for like the first almost 120 days of attendance. Like, it was awesome, right? Like, I even posted it, like, I was all fired up, right? Yeah. Have we not done a good enough job of talking about it? Like, does it go away? Like, do you even think about it? Like, do we need to do more with that? Every like, morning. Post it? I don't know. Is it that big of a deal? I guess that's the question.
I think it's a motivator, but then it also gets kind of to the point where it's a stressor.
You stress about it because if you miss
if you're late,
one day, or if you're like 5 minutes late, you lose that whole entire week.
1
so
minute
it's like
late.
It's not motivating.
No, it's not 1 minute.
Well, that's what we were told. That's what we were told on our side.
It is 1 minute, Jack. I mean, if they come in at 9:01, they don't.
We lose them all.
All right, and we're going to be totally honest here. Here's the problem, right? So if I say to you guys, you know, on your attendance streak, we're going to give you like 0.25, or we're going to, you know what you're going to do? You're going to think, I get 0.25, right? You know what I mean? Like where is that line? And I guess, you know, when we did this, we probably should, you know, I think talk more like we just kind of do it in our little world. but that's where we come from. Like, is that, you know what I mean? Like, if you were sitting here,
Yeah.
like, at what point, like,
I
if
thought we should have
Janie,
a 5-minute.
It's the same with breaks though. It's like you guys get 10 minutes, everyone's on 11 because we have that extra minute of grace. Do you know what I mean? It's the same
like,
thing.
like it becomes the rule.
That line will always
Yeah.
continue.
But you know
Always
what-
push back.
But people
So
take
that's
advantage.
the, like, at what point, do we draw that line?
Yeah.
And what's fair for you guys? And again, it's very hard to be gray because you guys, I think if you came back from break, it would be like an honest mistake. But if Susie and Janie know they're not
The
doing
ones
it,
that
it's
are
not a
constantly
mistake. They're just
doing it.
doing it.
So what do you do?
So
Right.
I think I thought, I don't know, I was thinking about like maybe doing like not changing the rules. It's still 9 o'clock is 9 o'clock, not 9 to 1. But maybe like they can earn like a get out of jail.
I
free
like
card.
that, and I was thinking of that too. So if you are on your, and we can do it a lot of ways, but like if
Yeah.
you're on your 4th week of streak, right, you get X amount.
Yeah,
If you're on your
you
9th
earn-
week of streak, you get a little bit more leeway because I think you've earned that. Like if you're on
Yeah.
your first, maybe not.
And it's not so much because you want to blow off a day or something. It's
Get
like
it.
something happens and you're like, I gotta
I
take
went
my
through it
kids
myself.
something,
No, I
or-
get it.
And you're like, I can't
But-
because I'm gonna lose my streak and I'm
But remember, guys, without the streak, you'd be at that base rate.
Right.
yeah.
Period.
But this is
Right.
yeah.
So I hear you. I don't want
I
it
don't
to be
wanna, but you don't
a
wanna lose.
penalty.
Yeah.
But again, but this is good. Like for you to say that.
That's what goes
Because you're
around
actually
my brain.
thinking it through, like, dude, it has to be like a,
Right.
so it's kind of working then in a way.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Here
It
was
is,
my
but there's
problem.
fault.
Yes.
I lost my streak due to a very, I knew it was gonna happen. Due to a very unfortunate incident.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my 13-year-old nephew in December.
Mhm.
And because even though I made up the hours, I still lost my streak because I had to leave a half a day to be able to go to his funeral.
And again, please remember, and again, we've probably not done a good job framing this. You're not really losing anything,
No.
right?
Yeah,
and
this
I
is
know
why-
that you think, and I know. Listen, I get it.
I was at an
I
extra
totally get it.
$1.50 of pay and had to go.
But
back.
remember, you guys, if without that kind of motivational thing, you guys are just at your base rate. Like that's all. It's all extra stuff. It really is, and I get it because then you start to say that's kind of because you guys are good at it and you do it all the time. So then this kind of becomes my base rate,
Right.
and then I plan for like this, and I'm like, damn it,
Right.
kind of here, and I gotta. But you see where we kind of come from too,
Right.
right? Because it could be so many different things in so many different variables that you'd have to play for every single person from a sick child to. So again, we didn't want to frame it like you're gonna go now. It'd be different if you miss a day and you go to like 7:25,
Right.
right? Like if you got a penalty, that's crap. But everybody's at their base rate. You'd always be at your base rate. Like if we didn't have that, you would never do. So that's kind of how I justified it. I get that it can be maybe a little frustrating with that, but that's.
But when you say it like that, it makes sense too.
Yeah.